Long before she became a respected academic and leader, Dr. Mindra-Katoroogo was simply a daughter watching her mother balance life with work.
A combination of my mother and my dad, who is also a very great inspiration of mine. Why I brought in my mother is from the side of being a woman, a mother, and a career woman and a wife. My mother presents perfection for me in that line. And of course, my father being that inspiration again and that encourager. And
to many, it may have looked ordinary, but to a young Rachel, it was a powerful example of what a woman could achieve.
I've always looked at these challenges as an opportunity for me to be able to demonstrate that it is possible, you know? So the work, the life, keep healthy, keep present for the people who need you. And yeah.
Years later, those early lessons would shape a journey that would make history in Uganda's academic space. Today, Dr. Mindra is now the acting deputy principal of Makerere University Business School, MUBS, in effect, the first woman to hold the position in the school's 26-year-old history since its transition from the Faculty of Commerce at Makerere University.
You must have done a PhD, you must have extra commitment, but then you have family, you know?
She joined MUBS in 2006 as a teaching assistant, usually the starting point in academia.
To start your academic journey, it's got to start at the level of teaching assistant. So went through the ladders, became an assistant lecturer, a senior lecturer, and finally an associate professor in 2024.
Along the way, she pursued further education, earning her PhD in 2016. That milestone opened the door to leadership roles within the institution. Soon after completing her doctorate, she was appointed head of department, a position she held for 7 years. Later came a new challenge, running for the position of dean. The process, she says, reminded her that universities can sometimes mirror political arenas.
I won the election by a very slim, the win was very slim. I won the election by 6 votes out of 100 voters. So that tells you when you win as a leader with that margin of vote, you're going to face some challenges. So you should deploy a lot of wisdom in terms of how you get into the role, given the environment within which you have come through.
In this position, she now oversees academic affairs and works closely with the institution's principal to guide the school's direction.
I draw a lot of strength and confidence to deliver on my duties from my immediate boss, who's the chief executive, the principal of Makerere University. And now that I'm on air, I want to take the opportunity to just recognize that Professor Moses Muhwezi, who is the principal, the CEO, my supervisor, provides that support and ability to allow you and believe that you can execute your duties without micromanaging you.
This journey has not come without challenges. Like many women in senior positions, she has had to balance professional responsibilities with family life while navigating expectations placed on women in society.
And then our social construction culture sometimes presents a woman differently, especially when you're thriving. You'll hear people saying you're overly ambitious. At what point did ambition become a problem?
She notes that women who pursue leadership are sometimes labeled overly ambitious, a perception she believes needs to change.
But ambition can be twisted to think that you're too ambitious, that you want to do A, B, C, and D. The motive may be bad, but it is not. It is okay to be ambitious and work towards that ambition. So sometimes when a woman is overly ambitious, it's twisted. And it is twisted sometimes to the extent that it may affect your marriage. But on my side, I really thank God that I have a very, very supportive husband.
Through it all, she credits her support system, especially her husband and family, for helping her stay grounded while pursuing her goals.
My typical day starts immediately I open my eyes is to say, God, today I want you to give me wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, humility, and favor to be able to go through this day, support my teams, contribute to my institution, but also the prayer for my family to keep my people.
Beyond the titles and leadership roles, Dr. Mindra sees herself first as an educator. Every day, she interacts with students who are searching for direction, and she views that interaction as one of the most meaningful parts of her work. She's also intentional about opening doors for others, particularly young professionals and women who may not have had the chance to prove themselves. One of her first assignments as acting deputy principal has been spearheading efforts to digitize academic processes at MUBS. As the world marks International Women's Day, Dr. Mindra-Katoroogo believes the moment should go beyond celebration. For her, it's a time for reflection. She believes women possess the intelligence, grace, and strength to shape societies, but they must also support one another along the way.